I've seen a lot of comments about Trev Alberts was wrong to fire Scott Frost this early before the buyout dropped, and that it was a poor financial decision. And I'd like to address that sole topic in this video. I'm John Johnston, Corn Nation. Please subscribe because I'm a nice guy. Yeah. Trev Alberts could have waited till October 1st and Scott Frost's buyout would have dropped by $7.5 million and he would have saved that money. Instead, they paid Scott Frost something like $15-16 million to go away. Was that the wrong decision? No. And here's why, very specifically. You have over 100 young men on the football team. And I think it was clear that they were in a position where everything was going to hell. And they spent so much time doing this stuff, and that is their lives, that you're going to sit there and make them spend another 3 weeks after it was clear that Frost needed to be fired just because you wanted to save $7.5 million. I realize that's a lot of money to a lot of us. But you're not just talking about those over 100 young men. You're talking about staffers. You're talking about nutritionists. You're talking about the entire athletic department. And you're talking about all the other athletes. And I'd like to think that the University of Nebraska athletic department is charged with taking care of those athletes and their people that work for them. And that means their physical health as well as their mental health, because there's that phrase, mental health is health, I think it is. And listen, from a guy that's been dead once and had to recover from that and has a brain injury and has to live with that, let me tell you, the whole mental health thing, kind of matters a lot. So if you wanted to tell those, I don't want to call them kids, I almost call them kids. If you want to tell those young people that they didn't matter, that they were nothing more than toasters, easily replaced because, hey, there was millions of dollars to worry about, that's the best message to send them. Is, we know this guy's a piece of crap, but we're going to keep him around because we can save some money. That is a wrong message to send to everybody. I guess it's the right message if you want to tell everybody all you care about is that they're a toaster. And by toasters, what do I mean? Well, I've worked in IT consulting most of my career, and I've worked with a lot of companies where they were run like people were toasters. And what do you do with a toaster? You don't fix it. When it's broken or it doesn't work right, you just throw it away. And people treat other people like toasters. And that's not good, and it's not healthy. Okay, that's probably the number one reason why, is to give these people a chance to have a good work environment and not a toxic work environment. And the other thing about that is firing him now, or firing him when he was fired, gives this coaching staff a chance to save this season. And I really believe that. A lot of people will talk about athletes and speed and athleticism and are they good enough players? But really, if you're not motivated to do your job, you're not going to do your job, no matter how intelligent you are, how good you are at your job, how competent you are. If you don't have the mental aspect of the job right, it's all over at the start. So hopefully they get that part right by removing the cancer from this team that was Scott Frost. And we can go on and have perhaps a bowl-making season. We'll have to wait and see. Other reasons are, if you don't want your athletes to leave after you fire their coach, then maybe you should treat them well. And maybe you should tell all the other athletes that are like recruits or people considering going to the University of Nebraska that, we are going to treat you better than a lot of other schools maybe, or a lot of other organizations, because we care about you more than money. And you can't buy that. That is a reputation you earn. And again, like I said, that is the most important thing, is taking care of your people if you expect them to perform well and want to be around. And really, $7.5 million in the big, long scheme of things, if a booster has that money and they threw it at Scott Frost to make him go away, I'm not against that. I think that's all I have for now. Please subscribe. I started a store. I'll include a link to that. I think that's it for this morning. Now I have to have some coffee. You all take care. Go Big Red.